Leo, hello. Ashley here. We're going to do your reading for the week of May 9th. However, we are looking into that first week in May. You are getting the divine matrix. So things might just be kind of falling into place. You might be noticing some divine timing, some synchronicity, puzzle pieces kind of coming together. It's also a number 44, so it's a master number. This feels like important things coming into place at just the right time. This week we have go the distance. So there's definitely something you are maybe taking to the next level. Feels like it's been a bit of a long journey here, so we're going to see what that's about. This next week, we have the she-wolf, unleash the wild within. And you can kind of, there's a little bit of that energy this week as well with this sort of like racing cheetah. So, I'm actually kind of digging this. What's interesting is we have a blood moon coming up. We've just come out of a solar eclipse and we're headed into a lunar eclipse here right at the tail end of this week. It could be that things are kind of shaking up here, and I feel like it's actually you are initiating this shake-up a little bit. So some things are coming into place here, but I feel like there's a little bit of a it feels like Aquarian energy, sort of this like sudden shift, sort of like the Fool in Tarot, or what am I trying to say here? It's kind of wild and sexy. And look at that. The star just popped out. Aquarian energy. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius strong in your chart, that could be why I'm feeling that. Sort of kind of like this eccentric sudden change, maybe even a tower moment coming in, but I feel like you're causing the shakeup. I don't feel like it's happening and you're experiencing a tower. I feel like you're bringing that to the table. Interesting. Let's find out. We have the Three of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, the Empress. Oh my. The Four of Pentacles, and the Tower. Wow, look at that. So interesting. And this Knight of Swords here, so there's some sort of communication happening here that causes a tower, like a shake-up here. We have the Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the King of Swords. More Aquarius energy. Oh my. Some sort of truth coming in. I feel like you're the one speaking it. Again, it does look like this week we have, just some kind of, I feel like really nice stability. There might be a love offer or an apology here, or just some sort of interaction with a soulmate connection here that's bringing about some stability. That's what it feels like. This could even be long-term commitment when we're talking about going the distance here, because we also have this Three of Cups with the Empress. So it does feel like there could be, for some of you, a reconciliation that's been kind of happening in divine timing. And I do feel like you could be reconnecting with your divine feminine, or if you're the divine feminine, perhaps That's why we have the Empress showing up here, but there's some growth potential here. However, I do feel like it may have taken some time to get to this point with that divine matrix. There needed to be some specific timing involved with this, and it feels like perhaps there was some shuffling about of things that had to happen. With this Five of Wands, this is typically like conflict or competition, and you can see that this lady is sort of playing chess with these players here, right? But it feels like things needed kind of shuffled around. Perhaps there was a third party in the mix, and things needed kind of moved about here to make room for this reconnection. We're going to find out. Bottom of the deck, look at that. Ace of Pentacles. So some sort of solid new beginning. 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Yeah. Oh, 10 of Cups. So this feels like it was related to some sort of connection here. Definitely there was an ending involved of some kind. Some sort of cycle closeout, whether the relationship ended or there was some sort of shift in the dynamic because a cycle closed that did cause some confusion here. And while I do feel like it was like a carefully selected partnership here and felt like a wish come true, there was something here that was lost. And I feel like there's maybe a rebirth happening with that Ace of Pentacles. Now you could certainly be reconnecting or connecting with someone new here, and perhaps what's being left behind is a past relationship that's sort of been hanging in the mix, or maybe not completely closed out up until this point. We're going to clarify and see what this juicy reading is about. Let me shuffle here. Be sure to check your other placements. This may or may not be your reading, so if it doesn't seem to resonate, you can check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And also be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with another Leo, perhaps watch the Aquarius reading. I haven't done it yet, but there's a lot of Aquarius vibes here, right? Let's see what's going on. What's all this divine timing here happening in the past week? It does definitely feel connected to the moon, to the eclipse. For me, sort of like all the dials clicking into place. Let's look at this Three of Cups. What's this about? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, offering up that Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. And the World. So I do feel like there's some sort of cycle that has closed out here. With the World card there, that's some big lessons learned here. There's potential reconciliation, whether that's you've been offering that up or the other person has. But this Knight of Pentacles is taking a little bit of time to get here, right? This is a solid offer of commitment of some kind, like let's build together kind of energy. Let's look at this Empress. We have the King of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. You might be dealing with a Taurus. That's showing up here strongly. Libra, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. But it does look like some sort of longer term commitment that's been carefully evaluated. There's been a wait. There's been timing involved here with this Hanged Man. It could have felt like at one point there was no movement at all, right? Pentacles move very slowly. However, what I do feel like is that this has some serious potential for growth. This could be a long-term commitment. This could also be someone you've been committed to in the past, like long-term marriage kind of situation here. Let's look at this Five of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. So it does look like some sort of conflict is coming to a close, and the Three of Pentacles. I do feel like somewhere in the mix here, there's been third-party energy. Whether it was just other people offering up opinions. I do feel like this relationship is talked about a lot. So whoever this is for you, this main, I want to call it the main squeeze, it does feel like at one point there's been an ending, a separation. Again, we talked about how like at one point it felt like your carefully selected wish come true here. But with the Ten of Swords there was some sort of ending. And it feels like the rebirth of this connection has been a long time coming here. I do feel like third-party situations have been ended here. The competition is coming to an end. The drama that may have existed in this connection is also ending here. And it does look like whoever's presenting this Ace of Pentacles, this offer of building a foundation, the other person is ready to accept that pentacle. So when we have the Three and the Ace, we get the Four of Pentacles, this stable foundation. And it could be that the person who is receiving that offer was dealing with some other people, had some things that needed shuffled around, right? Interesting. Let's look at this week. We've got Go the Distance. So this is an endurance sort of situation. This is a marathon, which is kind of interesting because this particular card shows a cheetah, and cheetah are sprinters, so it's not a distance race. So this could be something that I want to say you may have felt unprepared for, kind of going the distance in this connection, and you might still feel a little guarded about it. With this Four of Pentacles being your center card, you can see she's kind of behind the gates and there's padlocks, right? And this can also be us blocking our heart from something, trying to protect ourselves. But this is a, long-term karmic soulmate connection here with the Six of Cups. The Page of Cups here, again, there's some sort of, maybe lighthearted interaction, but it also feels like an opening. It feels like we're opening up a little bit, whereas maybe before we were more closed off. So I just saw the moon in reverse, so it does feel like we've sort of stepped out of concealing as much. Let's see. Let's check this out. This has got my interest peaked. We have the Page of Cups. Oh my. And the King of Cups. Again, you could be dealing with a water sign. Deep love here, for sure. And the Five of Cups. So there's definitely... there could be some apologies here this week, some expressions of what that regret was. But it still feels like that regret is something that happened in the past when something didn't quite work out the way we thought it would. And perhaps it didn't go the distance the first time. Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. So again, we're doing some reflecting here. And what's interesting is that Hermit holds the star in his lantern. And we saw the star pop out earlier. So we're really looking within for this guidance here. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I like that. Sort of, for me, kind of ties into this divine matrix. Like, things had to happen in divine timing. It had to happen in a certain sequence of events that fit together just right. And perhaps that's why there's some opening at this time that hasn't happened in the past. I even want to say that there could be some conversations this week about how things played out. It's like we have a little bit of hindsight when looking into the past, and there might be discussions here about how things have kind of played out and how things have moved and shifted over time. We're able to kind of look back at the ways in which something, maybe the foundations of something, didn't quite hold up to the test of time in the past, and we're kind of talking about that. With the Six of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. So definitely some reminiscing about the past. But I feel like it's in a way where we're kind of both reflecting on the past. So you could be doing this with a soulmate connection, talking about the past, the good times and the bad, because we have the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups here. There could be some apologies about how things were either, there's regrets here. Let's look. Oh, Ten of Swords. I want more there. And the Two of Wands. So there's definitely talks about, it feels like conversations about how there was a separation here and an ending. We're talking about the good times, we're talking about the bad times. There's reflecting even between, like with the Hermit here, I feel like this is you reflecting, Leo, but I also feel like you're being verbal about it. So you're talking about it with this person. Let's look at what is coming up this next week, because this is that kind of disruptive communication that's showing up. And I do feel like you're the one stating some sort of truth here, that sort of comes off as shocking. Let's look. Knight of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So it feels to me like you might be communicating. We have a King and Queen of Cups here. Talking about giving to a connection here. Six of Pentacles. Putting your energy towards something. With the Tower, we have the Page of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Six. With the King of Swords, we're getting the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So we're kind of referring back again to this shuffling of players in the game, perhaps third parties, right? And I feel like they're being cut out. Interesting. So it's almost like, I feel like, Leo, it's like this reading is your reading, of course, but I feel like it's just telling me what you're gonna do. I feel like you're the one communicating here. I feel like you're saying, I want to give my time and energy and effort to this new beginning here with this potentially water sign, Pisces, Cancer, potentially, maybe a Scorpio. And you're saying it. You're providing clarity. You can see in this Knight of Swords, she's actually like erasing the clouds with her paintbrush, which is like her sword, right? And so there's clarity being provided here. But I feel like it's been such a long time coming. That could be why it comes off as a shock. And maybe it's your approach as to how you want to give to a connection that is surprising here. I'm going to clarify that a little bit more. But I feel like what you're saying is you've cut out the competition. You've eliminated it with this Five of Pentacles. It's like we're getting rid of the other players in the game. Yeah. Knight of Cups. And we're prepared to offer love here. Okay, let's look some more at this Tower. Why the Page of Wands? It's maybe it's even said in a flirty way. Oh my. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Like, I think you throw someone off a little bit here in the way that you present this information. What's so wild about this? Why is it so... And maybe that's just the Aquarius energy that's being picked up. We have the Empress again. I think it's because this Empress has maybe been waiting for this. But it feels like, again, like there's a lot of timing involved here. High Priestess, so some more Pisces here. It's almost like this person intuitively knew that this was coming, but perhaps the way in which it's presented is what's startling about this. Let's look at this Page of Wands here, because it's kind of like this flirty energy. Yeah, and it's you being flirty. King of Swords here. Opening a door that maybe this person wasn't expecting. I really like this. It's kind of a funky reading, but I do feel like it's come together. So if, and look, we got the Lovers there. So, Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So, and the Tower, yeah. So it does feel like a reconnection, reconciliation here, but it's like it's being made official. And I do feel like there's a lot of reflecting that goes on between you and this person, a lot of talks about the past, why things didn't work, what did work, you know, all kinds of stuff. Talking about good memories, talking about the separation here. Apologies, about regrets, about things that... Ten of Cups, I just saw the Star again. Yeah, I like this. It feels to me like you've decided, after perhaps being stuck, after perhaps being a little guarded, things taking time in some way. I hope that was helpful, Leo, and I hope to see you next week. Again, check out your other placements if this was not your reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.